Started. Just waiting to go live. Breathing in beautiful forest air. There's a warm breeze this morning. So many birds are singing. Welcome if you're just joining. All right. Hello. Welcome. We're just about to go live. If you're joining us for Qigong, you can find a spot where you're comfortable, free from distractions. Hopefully my mic isn't interfering with anything. Good morning. Welcome to Spring Forest Qigong Every Day. I am your host this week. My name is Sue Kreitz, and I'm coming to you from Athabasca, Alberta, Canada, actually just outside of Athabasca. And it's just a beautiful June morning here, and I'm in my forest, place where I feel most at home. This is an aspen mixed wood forest, and the vibrancy of the birds right now is breathtaking. So I'm not sure if you can hear them through the mic, but hopefully you'll hear a little bit of it as we do our practice today in the forest. And today my theme this week is I wanted to talk a little bit about self-love and looking at our practice and finding ways to support ourselves with our practice and in our practice. So I'm a certified Spring Forest Qigong instructor and master healer. My name is Sue Kreitz, if you missed that. And I teach levels 1, 2, and 3. And I also have an online practice group, Energy and Motion, that's been running for just about 5 years. That's a community. I'm very passionate about community and connection and relationships. And so that's part of why I love the forest so much, because it really is a beautiful, supportive, loving community. We can learn so much wisdom from the trees, from the grass, from the birds. So this is where I like to spend my time. And I wanted to talk about when you start your practice. And you know, when you first come to Qigong, often it can be challenging to even know all the steps. It might seem so simple. Master Lin has created a very beautiful and simple form of practice to help us with our healing of our physical body, our emotions, our spiritual healing, and to live a better life. So we have this simple tool. And sometimes when we start, we may not know if we're doing it right or if it's working or what you should be doing. And I know many of you follow along the Spring Forest Qigong Every Day, which is amazing, so good. So you have a lot of guidance. That's great. But sometimes even within that guidance, you might be struggling a little bit. And I know when I came to my practice, for me, it was, how do I quiet my mind? It seemed like I was an overthinker. And I came to Qigong for physical pain, for hip bursitis. That's really the only reason. I didn't really understand the spillover benefits. I didn't understand that healing was a byproduct to having a happy, healthy, more meaningful life. So what I tried to figure out when I was practicing at that time, I didn't have a practice group. And of course there wasn't online, it's many years ago, but I was following along on a DVD that I got from Spring Forest Qigong, the Home Study Level 1 DVD. And when I would do it, I liked the way I felt when I was done. But while I was doing it, I had a really hard time quieting my mind down, or like I thought I was supposed to just try and shut it off and just push away all my thoughts so I could be quiet in my mind. So my practice really for the first year was me reminding myself to come back to my body. I did learn it wasn't about pushing away things. It was just about getting quiet within myself. And if things came, all my thoughts, if they came, that was okay. I could just let them float on by, and I didn't have to engage in those thoughts. But really, there's a lot of mosquitoes here this morning till the sun gets higher. But really, it was my practice at the first year, as I said, was really about coming back to the present moment. And that really was my training. I was training my body, my mind, my spirit to learn how to soften, to relax, to let go. And of course, I didn't feel I could do it at the beginning. This is just too, I can't, I would do 2 or 3 minutes and then I'd be back distracted about what I had to do next. And then I'd have to I try and come back. Sometimes I just stop then. But there's a couple of ways to look at that. One is, maybe if that's the story for you too, maybe you're busy trying to learn many things right now. Maybe there's other courses you're taking, other modalities you're studying, other things you're trying to learn. And so your brain is busy with all those things. So that might be one thing. The other, which I think is more my situation, is that I was really trying to control so much of my life. So I was worried about my daughter. I was worried about my son. I was worried about my career. I was worried about all the things that I had to do. Of course, I was worried about my health. So for me, that's what kept coming, is my list of people and things that I had to worry about, that I felt responsible for. So then, keep practicing and trying to clear. When I was able to stretch out those little moments a little bit longer, and when I was able to just relax a little into my breath and not trying to clear away the thoughts, but give myself something else to focus on. So if I could focus on my palms or my fingertips or just even my breath or my feet, that was a great thing to focus on. And especially when I was moving, it was so great to focus on my hands. So what I found was that's what created the space for me, is when I was able to focus on these things. It wasn't the worry. It wasn't all the things I had to do. It was the moment. When that happened, those things kind of softened, got blurry around the edges. And I created this space within me for healing energy to come in, for peace to come in. And as I continued to practice, I actually didn't even remember the hip problem. I noticed over time that my kids didn't fight as much, and my house seemed bigger, and my life ran more smoothly. And that's when I was able to look back and reflect on, wow, I used to try and control everything. And then I realized there's only so many things I can control. And that's really me and my actions and how I want to care for myself. So when we come into our practice from this place of self-love, of wanting to help ourselves feel better, your body loves it. Everything responds like, wow, you're doing this beautiful thing for yourself. Of course, you want to help others and the world and the universe. Yes. But unless you're well, you can't help those others. So this practice is for you. And just know that if you're having trouble with thoughts coming and flowing through, that's okay. That's part of the practice. So we're not doing it wrong ever. It's really about, how can I just soften and just be okay with where I'm at right now? Just starting right where you are, not trying to change anything, just trying to get quiet a little bit and see what happens. And then the rest of your day, it's going to be better. It's going to be more spacious, and more beautiful things are going to come. So we're going to focus a little bit on that theme this week. But today, let's get started with our practice of quieting the mind, of going into this beautiful, peaceful place. So please stand up, and I think you can see me okay. Yeah, just going to make myself bigger. And so before we start bouncing or start our practice, I guess I can't do that. That's okay. We will just check in with ourselves. So let's just do a little check-in right now. So stand with your feet hip or shoulder width apart. Knees are slightly bent. Shoulders are back down and relaxed. Gentle smile. And just feel your body, just tuning in. How do your feet feel today? How does the earth feel beneath your feet today? Wherever you're standing, the earth is still there beneath you. How does your spine feel? Your hips, your neck, your shoulders. Maybe you slept funny, or maybe you've had a busy day. You can feel a little bit of stiffness or tension. This isn't judging, it's just checking in. All right, now let's start bouncing. Feet are hip or shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Just bouncing from the knee. So I've been working with a little bit of back tension lately, a little bit of sciatica actually, from an injury that I'm recovering from. And so I've had this new relationship with bouncing. And I find when I bounce, I like to focus a little bit on my back and my hips and pelvis and almost feel it loosen up. So when we have inflammation or something in the body, there's a bit of a clenching or a tightness or pain. So when we bounce, can you feel, if you have that, can you feel it soften? Can you feel it loosen? And I have noticed that it's like encouraging these areas that are trying to protect you or me to relax, let go a little, just like what we're doing here, letting go. Ah, beautiful. And slowly bring your hands up and let the wrists flop above your head. The knees are doing the bounce, the feet are flat on the ground, the earth. And the whole body is just following this vibration that the knees are leading. We're detoxifying, getting ready to receive our practice. And coming down, and let's go from left to right gently. Beautiful. And let's slowly come back to center, and we'll do some tapping and cupping to activate our chi, to open up our channels. So we'll tap the stomach points below the eyes, just on that little bone below the eyes 9 times, detoxifying the front of the body, channels running right down the front. And then we'll tap the start of the eyebrows. That's the bladder channel, going over the head, down the back, clearing the back body. And then bend forward slightly and cup the crown of the head. And then palm on your forehead, cupping the base of the head. And then just slide your hand down and massage that bony lump you have at the top of the spine, C7 vertebra, giving that a massage. And then let's open up our heart channels, clapping our hands together 9 times. And then cupping the left arm crease and the right, and the left armpit and the right. And let's tap the tailbone and sacrum area, just bending over, tapping up and down this area. If you can't reach it, just tap as close as you can to it. Or if it's very tender, just tap around it. This is really good for the brain, also for the spine, for the hips, for your vitality. And then tap the hip points, kind of a dimple in the butt there, just behind the hip bones. And bend over and we'll cup above the knees. Backs of the knees. Sides of the left knee. Sides of the right knee. All right, beautiful. So let's come into our song. This is our pine tree posture. So we want our feet hip or shoulder width apart, knees bent. Draw the shoulders back and down so they're away from the ears. Have the elbows bent, arms slightly away from the body, fingers gently spread open and curved like you're holding a balloon in each hand. And have your toes just gripping the earth slightly, kind of clenching. Drawing the chin down and in a little so you can feel the whole spine is straight, like the back of the neck feels a little open. Breathing in and out of the nose now. You can rest your tongue behind the upper front teeth, gently behind the upper front teeth so they connect to the palate. Slowing down your breath, you can put a gentle smile on your face. So just feeling your body in this moment, slowing down your breath. Right now, I can feel a beautiful, gentle breeze in this forest. The leaves are trembling. The air is so fresh. It's cool. So many birds are singing. And as you're breathing, you can focus on a beautiful light you have shining in behind your navel, your lower dantian. And you can visualize you're breathing in through your skin. Beautiful, healing light from the universe. Coming in through the pores of your skin, moving through your body, collecting in your lower dantian. Exhaling, light coming out of the body, out of the skin, going back to the ends of the universe, just releasing. And so this is the focus, which helps the mind. Oh, the mind has a little project, something to think about, this beautiful breath. And now as you focus on that light in your lower dantian, you can say in your mind the password. I'm in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together. You and the universe are one. Maybe you feel yourself so big, like you are the entire universe, like you have the stars within you, the mountains, the forests, the planets, the sun and the moon. And feeling yourself rooted into the earth like a beautiful, tall pine tree. Branches reaching up to the heavens above, feet rooted down into the earth below. And now slowly bring your focus up to the middle dantian, just below the heart. You have a soft light shining there, and as you focus on this light, you can call upon your spiritual master, your God, unconditional love, Mother Earth, Buddha, Gandhi, Kuan Yin, whatever it is for you, but a higher power that you have great respect for, pure energy. And feel that energy shining like a beautiful sun in the sky above you, sending beautiful beams of warm light down to you, infusing you with unconditional love and healing. Now set an intention today for your practice. What is it that you would like help with? Just pick one thing. It can be a big thing, it can be a little thing, but it's for you. We're doing this for you today. So set that intention and then just let that go. It's done, taken care of, coming back to the breath, to the body. And slowly bring your right hand up in front of your upper chest and your left hand in front of the lower dantian. And just holding this posture for a moment, there's a beautiful column of light running from the bottom of your torso to the crown of your head. This light goes through all three dantians, opening up all those channels, your spine, your entire torso. Feeling your hands, your palms. And let's begin the moving of yin and yang. Right hand moves away and down. Left hand moves in and up, right up in front of the face, and then moves away. Smiling. Just feeling this movement, feeling your hands as they move through the air. And if you like to connect to a color, you connect to the color green. And if you like to connect to an emotion, of course, today it's happiness. These birds are a beautiful reflection of joy, of happiness, of this beautiful energy we're bringing in. Letting your elbows lead the movement. Like your hands are so big, they start at the elbows. How does that feel to you? And if thoughts come into your mind, that's okay. They can just float on by like a cloud. They don't need to be entertained. And they're not unwelcome. So we're not judging ourselves. We're just really loving ourselves with where we are today. And then as those thoughts float on by, you can find yourself back here, focusing on your hands or your breath. Your lower dantian, your feet. And you can add in one more layer to this if you like, and that is just going slower than you are right now. Knees are bent. Feeling your body connecting to this happiness energy. This color green. This quietness in this moment that you've created for yourself. Just gently bringing yourself back to the moment. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Coming back to your hands, to your breath. And slowly coming to the ending of this movement. We're going to do a little bit of chanting now. So just invite you to bring your hands together in prayer position, front of your chest. Thumbs can be energetically connected to your sternum. Fingers have pressure, but not too much. And the sound we're going to say today is she, S-H-E-E. And you can feel that sound coming from your heart, your middle dantian. And you kind of purse your lips like you're whistling. She. One more. She. And just pausing for a moment, feeling your body, feeling the space around your body, in front of you, behind you, beside you, your home, your community. And you can bring your focus down to your lower dantian. And just pausing for a moment, saying thank you to the teachers, the teachings, to Master Lin, to your master, your God, to yourself for doing this today. Of course, to the woods, the forest here, and wherever you are, the land that you're on. And focus on your lower dantian, and we'll see that beautiful light spinning like a ball, getting smaller and brighter, spinning faster, smaller and brighter and faster, until it gets so bright and so small, you just tuck it deep in behind your navel. And you can take 3 slow, gentle, deep breaths. And you can slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together, palm to palm, generating some heat as you rub. And then let's massage the face in this heart-shaped way. That feels so good after all the mosquitoes that have been all over my face in the last 30 minutes. Feeling the love coming from your hands into your skin, into your face. Cup your head from front to back. Massage the ears from top to bottom. Tugging on the earlobe a little bit. It's like a full body massage when we do this. And then hold out the left arm and we'll cup down the inside, flip it over, down the outside. So these are our soothing exercises. Help us get the chi to where it's going to be needed most. And then switch over to the right arm, down the inside, flip it over, down the outside. I think that was 3. And then we'll cup the torso from top to bottom. And then underneath the left armpit and down the side. And the right. And then interlace your fingers and massage the lower dantian. Bend over. Let's cup the kidneys. Close as you can reach. Massage the kidneys with the backs of your hands and then the palms. And tap the tailbone and sacrum area. Back to my conversation at the start about quieting the mind. And if you're trying to do too many things, let's tap the hips. this is where my advice is to just focus on one or two things in your life right now. Don't need to learn and do and be everything to everyone. We can simplify, and that helps our practice. It helps us to simplify. And let's just dolphin the neck maybe 3 times, bringing the chin out, scooping up that ball, coming back, not hyperextending, just going in the full range of motion. Feeling that little stretch when we come back up. And then support your lower back, and we can dolphin the entire spine, just being gentle, going within your range of movement today. Beautiful. And bend over and we'll cup above the knees. Backs of the knees. Sides of the left knee. Sides of the right. And we'll go up onto the toes and drop down onto the heels. Softly, gently, feeling the earth. If you're pregnant, you can avoid this movement. So I hope you feel wonderful and beautiful and spacious and calm. And I hope you enjoyed our practice today. It's my pleasure, my honor to be here with you this week. So have a beautiful, beautiful day. Deep bow of gratitude to you. Sending you all my love, and just a reminder that you're doing great. You're doing so good. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day or evening. Bye-bye.